farm, and we're gonna do a mini tour of everything that we've got going on our property. Our farm is a pasture-based farm, which means that all the animals we keep are kept on grass. And this is Bianca. She's a star player here at the farm because she is in charge of protecting our animals. She and her son, John Henry. She's a mama. So we'll take a look around. We'll see the sheep, we'll see the cows, and chat about what we do here.
The way we manage our chickens and the sheep out in the field is with this portable electric netting. It's made by Premier One, and the horizontal wires, the black and white wires, are the hot wires, and the verticals are neutral. So all the electric current runs through these wires here, and we have about 8,000 volts that pulses through, and it only takes one time of touching that, and it keeps the animals in, and anything that wants to come in to get them or eat them will have the same effect. They'll touch their nose to it and not ever want to come back to it. And we also have a second predator barrier right here, this big white polar bear. This is John Henry, and he's a big bad dog. Oh, John. So we've got 750 egg-laying hens in this paddock, and the sheep were just here for a couple days grazing. The grass is a little taller than I'd like to have it for the chickens, but they're nice and happy, and it's fresh, clean grass. It's better than a mud yard. We've got 3 separate wagons and nesting boxes mounted on the side, and we already collected eggs today, unfortunately, so they're empty, but these are a roll-away style nest box, and the bars up here are for keeping the birds out at night. They open up and the eggs roll. Chickens, like this one here, they'll go behind these curtains and they'll lay their eggs inside, and the eggs will roll down the pad and onto the wire, and it keeps the chickens from setting on them or pecking at them, and it keeps them nice and clean. So we do that every afternoon, collect nice, clean, fresh eggs. The wagons get moved every few days. The longest they would sit in one spot is about a week, depending on the season. But this time of year, we're moving them every 3 or 4 days to fresh grass. And a friend of ours makes sauerkraut, Sharon at Fermentalicious. We sell her sauerkraut through our website, and we also get organic cabbage and carrots and onions and turmeric and all sorts of goodies to dump for the birds here. We move the feeders every day to spread out the manure. And the beautiful thing about pasture-raised chickens is that you put feed in the front end and fertilizer and eggs come out the back end.
Sheep out here grazing. We raise these for both meat and wool. I absolutely adore them. I'm a little obsessed with them. The ewes stay on the farm and are kept year after year as fiber producers. And then we keep back a single ram or sometimes 2 rams. We try to choose a ram based on a good fiber quality and a good body type. And then the other rams are eventually harvested for their meat. This is a critically endangered breed, so keeping them on pasture like this and choosing this breed rather than choosing a larger frame meat breed such as a Dorper, which is commercially raised for lamb, helps to restore the breed here in Florida. This is Florida's part of Florida heritage to keep this breed here on pasture.
our latest farm venture is we're getting into some grass-fed beef. We've got 2 steers here and a bred mama cow, and they're eating grass, hanging out in the shade, living good. These are some new additions at our farm. We've got 3 young steers and a mama cow who we're pretty sure is going to drop a calf here in the next month or 2 months or so. And these cows are for meat strictly. We're not trying to preserve any breeds or anything, but we're raising them on grass, and we'll have grass-fed beef shares available soon.
So I'm here, this is Greta. She's a guest at our farm. She does not belong to us, but her son will live here as a guardian. He is a livestock guardian. And the 2 of them are kept on pasture to help protect our animals along with the dogs. We have 2 mama cows right now that could drop calves anytime. And so believe it or not, these animals, even though they're equines, they're cousins to the horse, they have a completely different psychology, and they are so funny in how territorial they are. Even though they've got these silly ears, and they almost seem like a bunny rabbit on teeny tiny little feet, they are brutal when it comes to coyotes. They despise coyotes. They even kind of try to mess with our dogs a little bit. This tiny little donkey will try to chase our 110-pound Great Pyrenees. So Greta and her son are here now, and then once Arrow is weaned, Greta will go home to her home farm. She belongs to a friend of mine, and Arrow will stay on as a pasture guardian.
Let me show you something. The way we water all of our animals is off of a 1-inch black poly pipe that goes all the way around our property, and we lay the main line around the outside edge, and we have a swale that runs around half of our property. So the line lays down in the swale and the grass grows over it and it keeps the pipe cool. And it's a really cheap way to get water to your animals because PVC gets real expensive. So this is a valve that we can turn off and pull this hose right out and move it to another valve that we have about 100 feet down the line. And it's real cheap and an easy way to get water to all your animals and not have to worry about filling buckets or running out of water at any time. Property's got a nice beautiful pond just in case we ever did run out of water or have some power outages and we couldn't pump water out of the well. We can run water out of our pond to all of our animals with a pump.
This is Faith. She has no purpose except to mow grass and be beautiful and be a pet. We're not riding him right now because it's so hot, but we will ride him once it cools down again. And this is little Dakota. He's our kid's pony. Faith is an English thoroughbred. She's real blue-blooded. We don't know why she lives here with us, but she does. And then Dakota is a Shetland pony, and sweet as can be. So here's some of the wool that I've spun on my spinning wheel and dyed. It's real fun. Even though we live in Florida, I'm a very dedicated spinner. Because Floridians, we still get cold, right? Even though it only gets to be like 50 degrees at the coldest here, we still get chilly. So it's nice to have nice quality wool, and it's so fun and such a joy for me to spin it, and even more fun for me to dye it because dyeing is quick and so colorful and beautiful.
So that's everything on our farm. We do the eggs and sheep, and we're getting into the beef for meat. And I work with about 7 or 8 other farms from Port Charlotte to High Springs up in North Florida to meet the demand for all the products that we sell. And we also work with I think 6 or 7, maybe even 8 artisanal producers, from soap to kombucha to sauerkraut and barbecue sauce. And we're always looking for high quality local products to add on. So for now, that's what we're doing, and I'm sure things will change in the future, but we'll keep doing these videos to keep you up to date.